Hello everyone and welcome back to Packs and Recreation. And you know it, no playmat means recreation time, and that means figures, and most of the time that means Dragon Ball, but not 100% of the time. Today we have an Ichibansho figure, and it's an Ichibansho figure that I love because it's cool as hell, man. Look at this. Is the Master Lice Plus Dragon Ball Z Ichibansho figure from the set that is called Versus Omnibus Amazing. So if you can see it, there you go. Versus Omnibus Amazing. This is a kind of a two figures in one. Is a very iconic moment. Is a super duper moment. You can really see what moment it is. Is the moment that Mr. Piccolo or Mr. Piccolo gets in the way of Nappa's blast to protect Gohan, and then Piccolo dies, and spoilers, I guess, and then is such a beautiful moment in Dragon Ball because it's a redemption moment for Piccolo. So, I mean, the Piccolo was always a villain, right? I feel that this is one of those things that you miss if you didn't see Dragon Ball. You only saw Dragon Ball Z. Right, that's why I don't get it. Why I get it in the US, a lot of people only saw Dragon Ball Z because the distribution of Dragon Ball Z in the US and all the dubs, that thing is a case study for sure. And yes, Dragon Ball was a thing, and yes, I know since it had a lot of sexual jokes and whatnot, that certainly is a no in the US, like blood and guts and all that, cool, but jokes about boobs, you're crazy. But the thing is, Dragon Ball Z only hits hard at the beginning if you come from Dragon Ball, right? Like, the whole thing with Piccolo was that Piccolo was a bad guy. Like, Piccolo was the first, like Piccolo Daimao, Piccolo, my junior's father, was the first villain that actually killed someone in Dragon Ball. They killed Krillin, right? And is the first villain that made Goku go very angry, because Goku was kind of like the Daimao saga. It kind of rehashes a little bit of the Tao Pai Pai arc, like, oh, they kill someone, Goku is angry, But the thing is, Goku was very angry, like pissed angry. Some people even say that at that moment when he's angry, he's like almost becoming Super Saiyan. That's things, but like that angerness, right? And then Goku wins against Daimao, and Daimao spits Majunia, right? The Piccolo that we know and love. And 3 years later, Goku comes bigger, and also Piccolo, because they grow. Piccolo is 3 years old in the 23rd Budokai Tenkaichi. Here, Piccolo is like 20. He's like 4 or 5 years old, which is crazy to think about. And Goku fights with Piccolo Majunia in the 23rd Budokai Tenkaichi, right? In the last Budokai Tenkaichi of Dragon Ball, before we moved into Dragon Ball Z. And we can see already that Piccolo Majunia is not as bad as Piccolo Daimao, but still is supposed to be bad, and he's supposed to beat Goku because it's kind of the thing that he's supposed to do. So there's this whole arc, right? At the end, Goku wins with some difficulty, and he says like, no, don't kill him. I want to fight him again, and so on. And yes, you have some filler movies when they collaborate and they fight, but if you just go by the manga, what happens is then Goku shows that he has a kid and all that, right? And he actually joins forces with Piccolo, which is kind of weird. And Piccolo kills both Goku and Raditz, right? And that's crazy. That's nuts. He agrees to train Gohan because it's the best chance they have to do the thing. And Piccolo kind of trains Gohan, but like remotely. Like, you can see that he cares about him, but it's not like, it's not like a loving father or anything. I mean, it's more loving than Goku, that's for sure. But the thing is, he has this very stern approach to Gohan, right? And then Nappa is about to kill Gohan, and Piccolo goes like, no, and sacrifices. Man, that moment, if you grew with Dragon Ball, if you saw that going, you see this moment, you're like, man, what? And then Piccolo, with tears in his eyes, goes, you're like my true friend, Gohan. And he's like, man, like the feels, you could be, you were a kid, you didn't know you had emotions until that moment. Oh, that's crazy. And this figure represents that moment. So sorry for the podcast, but it is what it is. So I'm too excited to open this figure and see how it is and see the details, right? So let's see. Let's jump right into it. This is part of the Omnibus Amazing. One thing that I'm doing already is that whenever I have a full set of figures, I just review them all together. However, when I started doing the Omnibus Amazing, that wasn't the case. So I already did Goku with Gohan and Vegeta and Cell in second phase and whatnot. And I still have 2 other figures here. But for consistency, we're doing them all in separate videos, which I hope you don't mind, and I hope you like all of them. But you know, it is what it is. In the future, I will try to do them all together. Or if I can't get my hands into the full set, you know, I will try to do most of the set. I guess this is the box, not much in the box. It's funny how these figures are not like, you know, these figures are not like crazy expensive. It's not like a Prime 1 Studio figures, or you know, it's not like a super $1,000 figure, but I always find it funny that it's like, the box is pretty cool. It's kind of basic to a degree, but it's kind of cool. But I always love that it's like, they're expensive, like $80, $70, $90. You if you win them in a Ichiban Kuji, you're like, man, I won the thing, right? But if you bought them and they're like 70, 80, $90, you are full of expectation for them, and then they come like this, right? They come like rightfully protected. So I'm not criticizing that. I love that the figures come protected, but I always find it funny that it's like, it's a cardboard box and then is a plastic thing with a lot of duct tape, and you know, it just, I don't know, it's one of those things. It feels cheap, even though it's not. That's kind of what I'm trying to, and you will see that the figure is actually very well detailed, so no complaints there. I'll remove Gohan first. Look at that thing. And one thing I want to point from Ichibansho figures is that they may look weird from some angles, but that's only because they're trying to replicate the manga panels perfectly, which they do if you get them in the right angle, right? And then obviously if you rotate them, they look kind of iffy, but that's the thing with manga and anime. That's the same reason why, if you're a Dragon Ball fan and you know of Dragon Ball Fighters or Fighter Z, depending on how you want to call it, if you ever saw the behind the scenes of the animations of that game has beautiful animations that we never saw in Dragon Ball. Man, look at this figure. Look at the detail on this thing, man. Piccolo is one of the most difficult things to get details on, like, because he's full of lines. I don't know. It was like Toriyama's favorite character. It should have been a pain in the ass to draw, man, because this thing is full of lines and lines and lines and lines. So he really must have liked these guys. And this is the anime coloring. So these parts are pink, because technically in the manga, these parts are yellow. Look at all the line work. Look at all that detail. This thing is amazing. And then you even have like, what I can only believe is sweat, because it's not blood, right? But technically it should be blood too, from coming from the arms. I think it's sweat, I believe. But you know, since Namekians are plants, technically, I guess that's, he has thorns now, which leave Toyotaro for free for another year, and the Namekians will have thorns. No, I don't envy Toyotaro. He's one base. I love Ichiban Kuji or Ichibansho figures, but man, this freaking base, just give me like a black base, man. These things are ugly. So all the plastic in the world, we can remove it. And now to the main piece. This thing is big, man. This thing, it doesn't look like it, but I mean, I have big hands. Look at this thing. This thing is big, man. And this is the thing. A lot of people just want figures with badass poses, like, oh yeah, you know, like aura farming. But these moments, these are the moments that you remember for Dragon Ball, right? It's not like, yeah, Piccolo aura farming for the 10th time is cool, and you having Goku doing the Kamehameha is cool, but these moments, right? Same as Goku presenting Gohan to the gang and all that. Those are the things. Look at that detail, my friend. Like, look at that. Look at all the lines, the blood. Again, for a quote-unquote, you know, these are figures that are like $70, $80, so not super cheap, but also not like prohibitively expensive. For that, this sort of weight, this sort of detail, and this sort of size is pretty cool. This is the worst type of figure to handle with gloves, by the way, because everything is very spiky. Look at the line work. Everything is very cool. And this is a very delicate figure because his antenna, they look like they could have broken in the box at any time. Same with the sweat. I think it is sweat. So if you see, the box actually shows the right angle to show this, which is the manga. That's why I love these boxes. I throw them away because I mean you can't just keep all the stuff, right? But this showcase is great. They have the same visual identity as the manga, and they do the poses in the same way as the manga. This thing is great. I love these boxes. Yeah, so Gohan here. This is after training with Mr. Piccolo, so that's why he has the clothes like that. Yeah, obviously, things are like this because he needs to hold on. However, as you can see, he doesn't hold on his own. That's why we have this thingy. This thingy is supposed to go. Where is this thing supposed to go? I guess in the leg, which will. It's like the worst place. Come on, like really in the leg? No, it can't be in the leg. It has to be like in the arm. I mean, well, it's not there because, or maybe in the hair. I guess this is supposed to be like here in the hair. It feels like it. It feels like it's supposed to be in the hair. If it's not, it doesn't matter. Like the best way to display this is put the plastic behind Gohan. There you go. He doesn't move, right? So that's the thing. I'm gonna move the camera in a second, so don't worry. I'm just doing the air view, so that it's easier for me to show you like how easy it stands. Now with the stand, as you can see, you have to really push it for it to stay down. Like, see, this is the best way to do it. Just put the thing on the back. Piccolo is a different story. Like he actually holds on his own. And I'm going to turn the camera in a second. Wait. So you kind of don't need this ugly thing. This thing is so freaking ugly. I hate these things. I think I say it in every video, but I really hate these things. This thing goes in this leg. It's like, yeah, it gives it, more of a stubbornness to it. This is why I'm doing this view. But if you remove it, yeah, like obviously it's more sensible, but at least, I mean, unless you have an earthquake every day, or you're always pushing your figures, this one stands on its own without the plastic thing, right? So just hide the thing behind Gohan, do the thing. But now for me to show you the figure, we're gonna do it through the magic of editing. So I'm gonna put my magic hand here, and now, boom, right? So this is the thing. This is the figure, the beautiful, beautiful figure of a very tragic moment. So it's like a 2-in-1. Gohan is kind of an extra. Like, let's be honest, like no one is buying this because of the Gohan is scared figure. But also, I don't think anyone will buy just Piccolo holding his own like this. This is the set figure. I think it was very correct that they did it like this, that you needed both, because it's about the sacrifice. It's all about that. It's just beautiful. It's just there. Like, look at that. Look at those details. See, and they even have like the lines in the chest and whatnot to like have that texture similar to the manga. So that's kind of everything I want for Christmas. And I love it that you can always kind of see Gohan there. And he doesn't have the support. If you put the support, I mean, it's not ugly, but it's ugly. Who I'm trying to fool. The thing goes like this. It's one of the easiest ones to pull, but yeah, I don't know. Let me know your opinion. You really prefer those over like a black base? I don't know. I know that some people hate that the figures have like little holes in the feet for the stubs, but really, you prefer these transparent thingies over just a black base? I don't know. And Gohan just there, very cool. Let me show you. So this is what I mean. He doesn't stand on his own, which I guess is a metaphor for what's happening at this point in Dragon Ball. The hair is on point. The clothes are on point. This thing is just on point. Sadly, it doesn't stand on his own, which, okay. I guess, I'm not going to be here and say like, oh, they should design the figure so that they stand on their own, because that's like extra work for no reason. And these are manga figures. A lot of them are just impossible to put their weight unless they made their feet like lead or something, because of the impossible proportions, right? But Piccolo like holds his on his own like perfectly, right? This thing is just gorgeous, man. Like, look at this. Let me just zoom. Let me do like a dramatic zoom. Look at that thing. That thing. I mean, even the camera is granulating because my camera is shit apparently. But like, look at that. I love it. I love it. I hope you love it too. Not like Gohan. Gohan is not loving it. And this figure is like a true Dragon Ball masterpiece moment, my friends. This is on point. Look at that. All the line work, all the details, or the clothing, all the figure. Like this thing is great. I feel like you can put this figure anywhere and it will work. Like you can put like you're making an unboxing of something and then boom, go scared Gohan, right? Like it just works. But hey, let me just put the last dramatic stance again, and with that we can let the video go something like this. See? And this is how you display this bad boy. Cool. This shit's so cool. These are the figures, man. I love my figures of Goku and Super Saiyan, but like these moment figures, these things are great. So this is great. I love it. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know your opinion. Let me know what you think about this, and if Dragon Ball means as much for you as it means for a lot of other people in the world, such as me. And I hope to see you next time on Packs and Recreation. Bye. Thank you.